Thank you very much for joining. We're going to focus on Smartlink solutions, which is a Web3 Escrow Payment Gateway for e-commerce. We are working with Tezos, Ethereum, Polygon, and Binance Smart Chain, providing a new kind of payment gateway for e-commerce and globally for any kind of buyer and seller that like to make a transaction on their personal or business life. But let's present myself. So I'm Oliver Odino. I'm based in Canada, actually, and I set several companies around the world, mostly in France, but also in Madagascar, in Estonia, in Dubai, in Canada, of course. And actually, I'm really focusing on Smartlink, which is my favorite business because it's quite innovative, and we have also quite a good communities following up. So I'm also working with Selim, which is our CTO. He's managing all the development regarding the solution. And Ben Constanti, which is our marketing manager. So he's working with us for all the designs and communications. Also, we are working with few technical advisors, which are mostly R&D developers from the CEA, which is a famous research center in France. And of course, some partners with other companies that we can get some good advices. So actually, Smartlink is connecting crypto users to real-life use cases. That means that we'd like really to get all the crypto users use their crypto in their real life. So meaning daily life around e-commerce, but also to manage their transaction with friends, with any businesses that like to make transactions. So actually, we focused at first on WooCommerce, PrestaShop, and Magento, and we plan also to make plugins for all kind of e-businesses. If you see all the statistics, you can see that WooCommerce, PrestaShop, Magento are one of the most used e-commerce platforms. So that's why we focused on those one at first. So what we are providing actually is a full decentralized escrow and crypto payment gateway, meaning that we are already focusing on three main purposes. First one is providing an escrow and crypto payment gateway. So it's fully non-custodial, decentralized. That means that the seller is really helped to manage their own crypto payments, their own contract with all escrow configurations. So that means that they can integrate that in their e-commerce. So that's why we are focusing on native e-commerce plugins and API, so that you can get all the benefits of blockchain within your e-commerce and using like kind of Web2 designs for Web3 innovations. So it takes like 2 minutes to integrate Smartlink within your e-commerce platforms. And then you can get all users pay with Smartlink, with crypto, including all the escrow configuration you made. And the third one also is to make sure that all transactions are secured. So of course, they are secured by the blockchain. They also are secured by the smart contracts. But if a transaction goes to any litigation process, we also provide an arbitration services. That means that buyer and seller cannot get back their money unless they find amicable settlements. If they don't, they can send the money to an arbitrator that will settle the transaction, getting all the arguments from both parties. So here's how it looks. We really focus on UX, very similar to PayPal when you like to make a payment. That means that you have your personal account that you can track all transactions. You have a pop-up when you like to make a transaction on the e-commerce websites, and you see that pop-up. That meaning that you know the merchant, you know that he passed the KYB or KYC, depending. And then you connect your wallet, your personal wallet. You know all the escrow conditions, which is the most important. That means that there is not up to the e-commerçant or up to the, to PayPal, for example, to handle your money. It's already inside the smart contract. And so, you know, if you have cancellation options, if you have what are the typical delivery period, you have an inspection period, an extension period for the inspections. You can request also some settlements online, and all in one for only up to 1% transaction fees, which is much lower to any kind of solution online like PayPal, Stripe, etc. and also you are ready in front of your buyer, and you don't need third party to manage your transaction. Actually, we focus on three main use cases for the payment gateway. The first one is to provide trust, meaning that if you have a website, but you're not a well-known website, such as Amazon, for example, but you need to get payment, you can use Smartlink just to create trust with your users, because you can just lock the fund until the product is delivered and inspected by the buyer. So that means that the buyer can buy on your platform and make sure that you are not a scammer and you will deliver the product, and the fund will be released only if you agree that the transaction is done. The second use case is all international transactions. On some of my companies, I made a lot of international transactions because I'm importing goods or I'm paying services abroad. And so I need also to send money in several countries and several currencies. And it costs a lot in terms of fees, bank fees, or delay just to send the money. Using Smartlink, you can make sure that you make an agreement with your supplier, you send the funds are locked until the supplier sends the goods, and then the funds are released once you receive the goods at only 1% transaction fees. And also, there is another kind of use cases is the privacy. Actually, when you'd like to pay something online, you need to pay with your credit card. And if you pay with your credit card, that means that your bank know what you are buying. So, for example, if you like to pay for something for your health, for legal, for some kind of press or dating or gaming, etc., maybe you don't want that your bank knows that what you are buying actually with your credit card. So you can use Smartlink and Escrow payment with your crypto to make sure that you keep your privacy when you like to buy something. So it's also that a third use cases. Of course, there's many use cases. Actually, I'm getting several contacts for real estate also. So just it's very open to every kind of businesses. So here's one use case that I'm personally using from one of my company called Sourcing Force. I'm working with a lot of people in Madagascar. Previously, when I worked with those people in Madagascar, I used to work with bank transfers. And bank transfer takes like 2 financial intermediaries, 10% commission fees. It takes 5 days minimum, and there is no guarantee of the execution after the 5 days. So sometimes I get back my money because there is an issue with the local currencies. And so once they receive the money, for example, for $150K contract, they only receive 135K, which is for them a lot of loss, and for myself also, because I have also to top up that loss. If I use now Smartlink, there is no intermediary. It's fully in blockchain. I have only 1% commission fee. It's instant transfers, and all the amount is locked in the escrow contract. That means that they receive my money only if they provide me the good services. And so they receive mostly, you see, 145.5K dollars. So for them, they receive quite everything, and they won't be able to find a better solution to secure the transaction, receive it right away, and get the trust with all their abroad customers. Another use case that I'm starting to use actually is also to use what we call the crypto pay button. The crypto pay button, in fact, is just you are able to create your own pay button with your escrow payment if you like, and then you get QR code, you get a script to put your pay button on your website, or you get a link for direct payment. And here are a few examples that I just integrated this morning for the webinar on Medium, for example. I put the QR code there, or also on LinkedIn, where I put also the link and the QR code to get some donations. So this is just an example. I make you a demonstration to show you how it works. Then why we are focusing on a payment gateway? Because actually it's a tremendous market. Here is the Fiat payment gateway market size. So it's worth like more than $100 billion actually, and is growing a lot in the following years. Actually, the fiat payment is costly, meaning that, for example, if you're using Stripe or your bank account or PayPal, it might cost like from 3 to 5 to 4%, sometimes a lot more. And also, it's not available in many countries. Actually, if you are living in Europe or North America, it's pretty easy to find a payment gateway in fiat. If you are living in Asia, in Africa, even maybe in South America in some part, it might be difficult to start away with a payment gateway online for your e-business. So that means that if we move to crypto payment gateway, of course, it's the small piece of the cake, but it's a big cake as well. Actually, it's 1 billion. It's predicted to be 5 billion by 2030. And the processor actually working as I think there is like up to 10 crypto payment gateways. Most of them are full custody, meaning that they own your money. So if they do anything bad, they can get your money. I think there is only 2 that provide non-custodial, and no one is providing an escrow feature. So we are actually the only one that provide an escrow feature in the crypto payment gateway. Processing fees are generally up to 2% maximum. It can be lower. In our case, if you are using Smart token, you can get a transaction for only 0.5% transaction fee. Another thing is, I show you some big brands that already accept crypto payments. So that means that you can see Namecheap, etc. I think you know some of them. I heard this week that Ferrari also will accept crypto payment for buying their cars. What we're gonna do in the following month is really start a go-to-market strategy. Actually, we released the product early in October. So from October till now, we get a lot of feedbacks. We also get 100 users that registered organically to Smartlink, which is quite good because we didn't make any communication so far. And we're gonna start communication from now. So I was waiting with this webinar before starting it. So first of all, of course, we're gonna promote the Smartlink plugin on all e-commerce app stores, which spreads the word all over the e-commerce businesses, like online marketplaces, peer-to-peer, freelance, and gig economy platform that need to get paid. They sometimes are not able to accept fiat payment, or if they accept it, they know that they get like 5, 10, 20% transaction fees to make it. Also, of course, we're going to use a lot the social medias. So we keep our Telegram for the community, but we also will use LinkedIn and Twitter. I'm using LinkedIn because our main target, you can see the key persona on my slide, but the key target actually are the online business owners. So we can get it through Twitter, but also through LinkedIn, because most of them use that professional social networks also to communicate and interacting with other services. Then we know that there are some B2B directories listing all the e-commerce that already use crypto payment. So we can also provide them a better payment gateway that they already get. So we start also communicating to them. They are already using crypto, so they are already aware of the benefits of that. So it might be easier for them to switch from their current payment gateway to us, or maybe to provide both payment gateways. Then we're gonna start also publishing many case studies, articles, etc. on our website to rank better on all search engines. And last is coming to any e-commerce events, crypto events, making some press release and social networks communications. Our objective is really to start end of this year and next year to get a great overview and spread all the communication around Smartlink through our main focus as e-merchant. So merchant online first, and then of course we're gonna start to find other objectives and other targets.